I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the iOS 7 iCloud activation bypass with the full tutorial and the steps needed to achieve this process. In addition to that, I'm also going to show you what certificates to insert into the phone in order to get service and other things working properly on the phone. So I'm going to start off by showing you the following. I have a phone here which it's on the activation log, so let's slide here. Now I'm going to just zoom in here. I'm going to show you something. It says I locked this phone as a demonstration. This is a phone of mine. Now this is truly locked. There's no no ands, ifs, or buts. It's truly locked. It's just a locked phone. Okay, you cannot get into this phone. I mean, it's just a locked phone. So now, in order to bypass this, this is what you're gonna need. Tool number one. And by the way, all of these tools I'm going to go ahead and provide on www.gadgetwide.com. They'll be in our download center, and you can go there and get all of the tools that I'm going to go ahead and mention in this video and all the files that are associated with it. I'll also go ahead and include a tutorial which will guide you step by step. That should do it for you guys. So I know some of you have been waiting for this video, so here we go. Okay, so the first file we're going to need is called ssh.jar. Second file is winscp.exe. Third file is tiny umbrella. I'll explain to you later what they're for. Then we have a few folders here. One is CDMA, one is GSM, one is CDMA-GSM. Here we have preferences.app, lockdown folder, and root folder. Okay, now I'm going to show you where all of these play along with this phone. So let's start off by launching ssh.jar. Now, once again, I'm just going to confirm with you guys that this phone is truly locked, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and launch ssh.jar. All right. Oops, give me a second here. I need to terminate a process here. All right, so I have ssh.jar active. Now you could just go ahead and minimize that, doesn't matter. Now what you need to do second is go ahead and put your phone into DFU mode. And the way you do that is hold the power and home button together until the phone shuts off. Now when the phone shuts off, let go of the power button. Keep your finger on the home button until you hear another indicator noise from the PC. And I'm doing this on a Windows 8 machine. There a command box will pop up, and you guys should see that if everything's functioning properly. Give it a second or two. Then the second thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and launch winscp.exe, this file here. Now in the background what you're hearing is it's actually putting the phone in DFU mode, back into recovery mode, back into DFU mode, and I can actually go ahead and show you what's happening. And there's a log here. Okay, this is just the SSH log. So let's go ahead and just leave that right here. Why not? All right. So the phone right here, as you can see, it looks like it's doing something, but it's really not doing anything. So let's go ahead. The next step, we're going to open WinSCP. Let's go ahead and open that. It's going to ask for admin privileges. We're going to say yes. So when you launch that, the address you're going to want to put in here to connect to this device is going to be the following. You're going to want to go ahead and type 127.0.0.0. I'm sorry, I put too many zeros. So .0.0.1, and then the port number is going to be 2022. All right. Now the username generally for the iPhone is generic. It's login is root, and password is Alpine. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and log in. There's the connection log. All right, it logged in. Now this is what you're going to see. This is that WinSCP tool. Okay. Now the first thing you want to do is you want to mount the root directories on this phone. Now the way to do that, on WinSCP, there's a little command line thing, terminal box here. You see up in the corner. Go ahead and click on that. Go ahead and disregard the message and just click OK. Now it's going to go ahead and authenticate and connect. Now what you want to type here is you want to type mount. So give me a second here. MOUNT.sh. Go ahead and type that and hit execute. All right, now we've mounted these devices, these drives. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to go into our root folder. So let's move this over a little bit here. Right, and let's see, I am gonna go into MNT1, and then I'm gonna go into applications, then I'm gonna go into setup.app right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and right click and delete that file. Okay, and that's that. All right, so that's done. We went ahead and deleted setup.app. Okay, now the next thing you're going to need to do is go ahead and put in some files into the phone in order for your phone to function properly, such as certificates and things of that sort. So what you're going to need to do then is click up here, go to your root folder. All right, and then what you're going to need to do is click on MNT1, and then on my desktop I also have, this is a CDMA phone, so I'm going to go ahead and select I'm going to go ahead and go with the CDMA GSM because it contains the files. So MNT1. And I also have them labeled MNT1 here. I'm going to select MNT1, and I've opened MNT1 here, applications, preferences app, and in here, where do we have it? We have preferences app as well. So we're going to go ahead and drag this preferences app into here. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's go up one directory because I don't want to put it in a folder. And let's drag this into the preferences app. So that's that preferences.app folder. I'm going to drag into the applications app. It's going to say, okay, do you want to do it? I'm going to say go ahead and copy it. Now it's going to say, do you want to overwrite the existing one? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. All right, so we went ahead and did that. Now the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go back into your root directory and go into MNT2 and also refer to the file here which says MNT2. Then you're going to see a file called root. So in MNT2 here also there's a file called root. You're going to open that library file there, open that library file there, open it here as well. And we have these three certificates. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select these three certificates from here and throw them into this lockdown folder. We're going to go ahead and copy. It's going to ask us, do we want to override? We are going to say yes. It's going to say, ask us again. We're going to say yes again and yes again. So we went ahead and did that as well. All right. Now, the next thing you also want to do is, actually, I have a secondary lockdown file. It's kind of a fail-safe, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in there as well. You can, if it's your choice, if you want, based on your results. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there as well. Copy. And never ask me again. Just go ahead and replace all of those. and also the, no, not that area. Then I'm going to go back to root again, and I'm going to go into MNT1, applications, and I am going to replace preferences.app from here, which is extensive. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's go back up one directory. So I'm gonna go up one more directory because I want to put this in the applications folder. I'm going to take this preferences.app and put it in here. It's going to ask me, hey, do you want to do it? I'm going to say yes. And it's going to take a little bit of time. It's a lot of files. Let's give it just a few seconds. Shouldn't take much longer. Almost done there. Okay, that's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back here, go back into MNT2. I have this root folder here, and I also have a root folder here. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and drag this root folder into MNT2, and I'm going to go ahead and select copy, and that should have done that. Let me double check that real quick. Root, library, caches. Library, yeah, that's proper. So make sure I got all these lockdowns correct here. Let me go ahead and copy this lockdown and this root as well. Copy, lockdown. All right. Okay. So we went ahead and did all of that, right? That's pretty much all the file transferring you're going to do. So we can go ahead and just minimize that for now. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is reboot your phone. So the way to do that is go ahead and just click the power and home button. Okay, now it's going to give you an error when SCP. You're going to go ahead and disregard that because you're not even going to want to use this. Now, notice that your phone is in recovery, so that's normal. The next thing you're going to want to do is launch Tiny Umbrella. Launch Tiny Umbrella. And Tiny Umbrella is a tool that's going to go ahead and allow you to forcefully eject out of recovery mode. Alright. So in Tiny Umbrella, it looks like this. Just go ahead and OK those messages. That's our device right there. You'll see it on the corner there. All right, and hit exit recovery. And now our phone, and we can close Tiny Umbrella now. Let's focus on our phone a little bit. See what happens here. Not a small feat, guys, not a small feat. So this is the thing that's been taking so long, is the exploit for the A5, A6, A6X, A7 processors, that is just tremendously hard. They are, you know, just around the corner. This particular exploit here is ready. It works right now, and you can go ahead and follow the steps in this video and also the instructions on the website at www.gadgetwide.com, and you will achieve these results. Now look here, guys. I just restarted it, and guess what? No more activation. And it's asking me, do you want to trust this computer? I'm going to say yes. Searching for a network. Everything is normal. Now what's best of all here, there we go. See, waiting for activation. It's perfect. This is a CDMA phone, guys. Now, the best thing of all here is when you go to settings, you can go to iCloud, and it's no longer registered to anybody. How exciting is that? So I can go ahead and insert new credentials, which I will. So let's go ahead and put my credentials. Okay, and I'm just gonna block the password there for a second, guys, because I can't reveal that. And that's gonna be okay. Now I'm going to sign in. And boom. It says, do you want to allow iCloud? I say yes. Okay. So there we go. It's completely set up with new credentials, and I can go ahead and reboot this phone. Everything works fine. All the apps work. Everything works simple. You would have to, if on a CDMA phone, you would have to do star 228, reprogram it to your network, or if it should pick up by itself. Sprint, Verizon, whatever. If you have AT&T or T-Mobile, you pop your SIM card in and boom, it'll just take off right there and then. But here it is, guys. It actually works. And here is the video. It's all there. I mean, it is all there. So, you know, let's go to the Apple website, for example. Loading just fine. Everything is there. I mean, that's just fantastic. That's just fantastic. You know, and you program your phone usually on CDMA phones using star 228. You see it's dialing, so you can program it. It's actually making the call. So everything works. And the biggest test of all, let's go ahead and restart the phone. Now, I also, in addition to this, I want to show you guys something interesting. I'm going to go ahead and log into my iCloud account. Oops. I'm sorry about that. I totally messed up here. Okay, so I'm going to log into my iCloud account. while that phone reboots. Now I'm going to log into my iCloud, which, by the way, is the same account that I added on the iCloud account when I bypassed the phone. But you see, it loaded without the activation. Now the funny thing here, guys, is waiting for activation. This may take some time. It's attempting to activate the phone line, which is completely normal. Trust the computer. Now find my iPhone. Thinks that my iPhone is still in lost mode, even though I've assigned new user credentials. So the new user credentials, even though they're the same, but the two don't see each other anymore. So you can use new credentials, and by the way, I have internet access. Everything is fine. It should be able to detect it normally. So you can add your own user credentials. You can do your app store things and start buying apps, and use your phone normally, FaceTime, whatever it may be, and everything will work out fine. So there it is, guys. That's it. It works perfectly fine. The activation and the activation bypass does work, and everything is there. So even if I go try to attempt to turn it off, it asks me for the password. It's my account. It's a new account that I just added. So you guys can add your new account as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. A fully functional phone. No more disabled apps, no more nothing. You can restart. You can do whatever you want. And by the way, you can also reset the device completely through the phone, and it won't ask you for the activation code, the iCloud activation anymore, as long as you remove the iCloud credentials that you created. So as long as you remove those and you reset the phone internally, it will not ask you for the iCloud activation. And again, this works with your cell phone, with your cell line. Everything works normal, functional, and that's fully bypassed. Guys, thank you for supporting GadgetWide. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for being very patient. There's more to come for the A5, A6, A7. And here it is. It hasn't been a joke. It's not a joke. It's been very tiring work for me. Guys, please support GadgetWide.com. Post comments, post your articles. Let's grow this community. And thank you for all your support and all your commitment. And please comment this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, and also register on www.gadgetwide.com. I hope this helps a lot of you guys. I'm sure it will, because your phones are bricked. This will now unbrick your phones and bring them back to life. Thank you guys so much for your time, and have a wonderful day. And visit www.gadgetwide.com. This is Varo Debredrosian checking out. Thank you.